PlayStation Plus has just revealed the full extra and premium lineup for December, and this might be one of the most varied months we've seen in a long time. We have got gritty historical action, brutal fantasy combat, stylish indie games, a cozy management sim, and some family-friendly games, and a serious PS2 era classic returning for premium members. Later on, as always, I will also share my 2 picks of what I think you should play first this month on your PlayStation Portal. All of these games land on December the 16th, apart from Skate Story, which already dropped on December the 8th. If you are a PlayStation Plus Extra subscriber, you will get access to the main game catalogue, and if you are on Premium, you should also be able to stream a lot of these games directly through the cloud. Actually, all of them, because they all have PS5 versions. That means PlayStation Portal owners can jump in as soon as they go live without needing to download anything to like their PS5 to play them via remote play, for example. As always with cloud streaming, availability can vary by region, so your mileage may vary depending on where you live. Right, let's get into the lineup and see what's actually worth checking out this month. First up is Assassin's Creed Mirage. This is a proper back-to-basics Assassin's Creed game set in the 9th century Baghdad, focusing on stealth, parkour, and classic assassination gameplay, rather than a massive RPG sprawl like a lot of the recent games have been. You play as Basim, a young street thief who becomes part of the Hidden Ones, and the whole experience feels much tighter and more focused than something like Valhalla or Odyssey. It also includes the Valley of Memory update, which adds a brand new region called Alula, I think that's how you say it, and further expands on Basim's story. This is the kind of game that works beautifully on the PlayStation Portal. Short mission structure, story-driven pacing, and stealth gameplay make it ideal for cloud sessions on the sofa or in bed with your headphones on. If you skip Mirage at launch due to a bit of Assassin's Creed fatigue, like I guess a lot of us have, this is a great second chance to check it out. Next up is Wo Long Fallen Dynasty. This looks a good one. This is a dark fantasy action RPG set during the collapse of the later Han Dynasty in China. It comes from the same studio behind Neo, and it leans heavily into fast, aggressive, skills-based combat. You fight demons, mythical creatures, and enemy soldiers using martial arts-inspired swordplay and tight timing-based mechanics. I've not personally played this one yet, but it has been on my radar for a while. This will definitely be one of the more technically demanding looking games in the lineup in terms of streaming to your portal, so cloud performance will depend entirely on your internet connection. If your connection is solid, this could be a great one for some combat heavy portal sessions. This is easily one of the most visually unique games this month, and it is Skate Story. It also has a banging soundtrack, by the way. You play as a demon made of glass and pain. Yes, you're made of glass and pain. That sounds good, doesn't it? In the underworld, the devil gives you a simple deal. Skate to the moon and swallow it. No problemo, eh? And then if you do that, you are free. You will be skating through ash-filled landscapes, grinding through hell, destroying demons, and helping strange characters along the way. It has this very slow, stylish, almost spiritual energy to it. This is exactly the type of game that fits the PlayStation Portal perfectly. Slower pace, artistic visuals, short gameplay bursts, and it also lands early on the December 8th, like I said, meaning you can play it right now, and this was a day one launch on PS Plus also. Next is Granblue Fantasy Relink. This is a 3D action RPG set in the Sky Realm, where floating islands drift through massive blue skies. You play as the captain of a crew searching for a legendary island said to lie beyond the sky's edge. It supports 4-player co-op, which is cool, some flashy real-time combat, and team-based mechanics like link attacks and chain bursts are all here. If you enjoy stylish anime-inspired RPGs with fast action and colourful characters, this is a pretty strong addition and might be right up your street. It also suits the portal very well. You can jump in, knock out a few quests, grab some loot, and jump back out again. Next up is Planet Coaster 2. This is a full-on theme park management sim where you build, design and run your own theme park. Literally sounds like heaven. Imagine owning your own theme park. You balance budgets, design insane roller coasters, place rides and amenities, and try and keep guests happy while everything slowly turns into organised chaos around you. If you ever played Roller Coaster Tycoon growing up, like I did, I love that game, you already understand how dangerous this type of game is for your free time. Management sims on console often get overlooked because people assume they only work well on PC with keyboard and mouse, but honestly, they can be incredibly satisfying with a controller once you get used to them. This one is perfect for chilled Portal sessions where you just want to relax and tinker with something at your own pace for hours. Next is Cat Quest III. This is a 2.5D open world pirate themed action RPG set in the Caribbean. Yes, you play as a swashbuckling cat privateer sailing the seas, fighting pirates, hunting treasure, and exploring colourful islands. It supports local co-op, it's fast-paced, full of charm, and perfect again for quick Portal gaming sessions. These kind of games, I think, always feel great in handheld form. Now, this isn't deja vu or a glitch in the Matrix. This next game we have already had this month in PlayStation Plus Essential, but there's something you really need to be careful about, which we'll cover off next. And that next game is Lego Horizon Adventures, where you play as Lego versions of Aloy and other Horizon characters in a brick-built post-apocalyptic world. It supports couch co-op, online co-op, and leans fully into bright visuals, humour, simplified action, and all that good Lego stuff you expect. If you have kids and a PlayStation Portal, this is a massive win for December. And even if you don't, this is a fun, light-hearted game, which is well worth checking out. All the Lego games are fun, and if you're a Horizon fan, it's worth giving it a go as well. However, I would personally be very careful about claiming Lego Horizon Adventures through PS Plus Extra if you have already claimed it through PS Plus Essential this month. We saw this exact same issue recently with Like a Dragon, where claiming the extra version overwrote the Essential license for some people. Once that happens, if the game ever leaves Extra, you lose access to it unless you buy it. So if you claimed it on Essential, maybe hold off and keep your permanent license safe. Let me know if you've ever had any license mix-up with the PlayStation Store and PS Plus down below in the comments. Now we get into the Paw Patrol edition, starting with Paw Patrol Grand Prix. This is a kart-style racing with Paw Patrol characters across familiar locations like Adventure Bay, the jungle, and snowboarding resort. It supports up to 4 players and is built entirely for younger gamers. Another big win for gamers with young families. And secondly, we have got Paw Patrol World. This is more of a 3D open world style adventure where you explore locations, complete rescues, drive vehicles, collect items, all that good stuff you expect from Paw Patrol. It also supports split screen co-op. And again, if you have kids in the house, December just became a lot easier for you to keep them occupied. And finally, for premium members, we get Soulcalibur III. This originally released way back in 2005 on the PlayStation 2 and is widely considered the most content-rich Soulcalibur game ever made. It has a huge character roster, including fighters that were cut from Soulcalibur II, along with an insane amount of single-player content, such as Chronicles of the Sword mode, museums, galleries, cutscene playback, and a bunch more. It also tells one of the most important stories of the series, setting major events in motion that impact the franchise going forward. It includes modern premium features like rewind, quick save, and visual filters for cloud play. And yes, I am really hoping trophies get added to this one. This is exactly the kind of premium edition that makes the top tier feel more worth it for subscribers. Now, I just really hope we get Soul Blade, because that was the first one. Played that back in the day on the PS1. Where's my OGs at? Who had Soul Blade on the PS1? I freaking loved that game. Alright, my time now for my 2 personal picks to play first from this month's catalogue. And my first pick is no surprise probably to you all. It's Soulcalibur III. This is a full PS2 era classic that is absolutely overflowing with content, like I said. The character roster is incredible, single player modes are deep, and the story is awesome. If trophies get added to this, it becomes just even more dangerous for my backlog, which is ever growing. For PlayStation Portal owners, this is perfect. Short fights, arcade style pacing, just fire up your Portal, instant action. It's one of the best premium games we've had in a while. And my second pick for this month is Planet Coaster 2. I grew up absolutely adoring Roller Coaster Tycoon. I got Roller Coaster Tycoon on PC, remember when they came in the big boxes back in the day from being on holiday in America. It was a lot cheaper buying games in America, so it was like a bonus because of the currency exchange rate. And I just was absolutely hooked on this game as a kid. Just loved it. To this day, I still love all of these kind of games. And Planet Coaster 2 feels like a modern spiritual successor to that whole experience. There's something so relaxing about slowly building your own theme park, experimenting with rides, managing guest happiness, and just embracing all the chaos when everything starts to fall apart. Plus, when I was younger, I did go through a phase of being obsessed with roller coasters. So this is right up my street, and I have been on some absolutely amazing roller coasters. Let me know if you've been on any good roller coasters down below in the comment. What's your favourite one? I honestly would love to read that, so let me know and I'll respond to all of them. I'll see if I've been on that roller coaster, and maybe I'll let you all know in the comments some of my favourite roller coasters. And like I said earlier, management sims often get overlooked on console, I feel, but honestly, do not sleep on this one. It is incredibly fun, super relaxing, and these games are shockingly addictive. This is the kind of game that quietly steals your full evening without you even realising what just happened. And if you want to keep the PlayStation news going, the latest episode of the Gaming Coffee Club podcast is on screen right now, and it covers all the biggest PlayStation stories happening this week.